Hello friends, thanks for watching Storytime at Home, brought to you by the Arapahoe Library District. My name is Paige, and today I'm going to show you a dinosaur dig. But first, we'll sing our good morning song. You ready? Good morning to you, good morning to you, good morning dear friends, it's nice to see you. Okay. Well, here's our dinosaur dig. Unfortunately, it's not a real one. I've never been on a real one. Have you? Where do you dig for dinosaurs? In the dirt? Yeah. In some rocks? Layers of rocks? We've got some layers of rocks here. Layers of dirt. So obviously this is not a real dinosaur dig, but I made a flannel one to show you what it might look like if we were on one. But this makes me wonder, where do you look for dinosaur bones? Where do we know how to dig and where to dig for dinosaurs? Sometimes people walk and explore remote areas like this. This is Hell Creek, Montana. And there's a lot of dinosaur bones there. And sometimes we have construction going on. Either a building is being made or sometimes a road is being constructed. Here's a road that was constructed, I think, in the 1930s. And when they were digging this out, the land, the dirt that was on top of this slab of rock just slid away and revealed all of those dinosaur footprints. That's really cool. And here is a close-up of one of those footprints. It's got 3 toes. 1, 2, 3. I wonder how those footprints got in the rock. Well, those dinosaurs, as you know, a lot of them were really heavy, and they stepped in the sand or the dirt and they left a footprint. And then over time, the footprint got filled in with more dirt, piled on top, piled on top, piled on top. And there was so much dirt piled on top that it all became rock. And then, when those construction trucks moved in and were digging in the dirt, the rock and the dirt slid off and then left behind the footprint that we can see in the mountainside. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And so sometimes when people find evidence of dinosaur footprints or plants or bones, they call in paleontologists. And a paleontologist studies fossils. What's a fossil? Oh, a fossil is like a footprint, which is an impression, or a plant, imprint, or dinosaur bones that have, over time, because they were compressed in layers and layers of dirt that became rock, the dinosaur bones themselves have become rock, and a paleontologist studies that. That's pretty cool. So we've got 2 paleontologists here, and they've been called in to look for some dinosaur bones. And when you look for dinosaur bones, you have to have some equipment. So a lot of times evidence of dinosaurs is found in remote areas. So you need a map that'll show you how to get there. And a lot of those remote areas do not have trails and paths, so you have to have a compass to give you direction on how to find the evidence of dinosaurs. And then when they arrive at the site, they pull out their tools. There's a rock hammer, and some of their tools include a magnifying glass, and some of their tools include a chisel, and a brush. And then they take a lot of pictures, which is why she's holding a camera, and they take a lot of notes and they write down all of their information, and I'm sure it's a lot more extensive than this. Anyway, so we've called in these paleontologists to help us do a dig. I have a little song here about digging up bones of a dinosaur, and it goes like this. I'm digging up the bones of a dinosaur. I'll move the dirt to see some more. I'm digging up the bones of a dinosaur. Wow! What is it? That is a nest of dinosaur eggs. Did you know dinosaurs hatched from eggs? Yeah, they did. Just like birds. Dinosaurs are related to birds. And there's evidence that some dinosaurs had feathers. That is amazing. So, our paleontologist is going to take some pictures of that for us. Whoops. Stick up there. Let's dig some more. I'm digging up the bones of a dinosaur. I'll move the dirt to see some more. I'm digging up the bones of a dinosaur. Whoa, there's a footprint in the rock. That's cool. There's 1, 2, 3 toes, and it's a really big footprint. Let's dig some more. I'm digging up the bones of a dinosaur. I'll move the dirt to see some more. I'm digging up the bones of a dinosaur. I wonder what's in this rock. Wow, look at that. That is a whirly, twirly, curly shell. That is called a cephalopod. Can you say cephalopod? Yeah. And a very soft animal lived in there, like a snail or a slug or maybe even an octopus. Let's dig some more. I'm digging up the bones of a dinosaur. I'll move the dirt to see some more. I'm digging up the bones of a dinosaur. Whoa. Do you think there's something in the layers of dirt here? Let's take a look. Oh, a T-Rex tooth. Wow. Did you know T-Rex teeth were as big as bananas? Yeah. If you put some bananas up by your teeth, you can pretend you have T-Rex teeth. I'm sure your mother would appreciate that. I'm digging up the bones of a dinosaur. I'll move the dirt to see some more. I'm digging up the bones of the dinosaur. This rock looks like it holds something. Oh, that's the impression of a fern. Wow. That means a long time ago, this plant, called a fern, fell over in the dirt, and lots of layers of dirt fell on top of it, filled in, and it compressed and became a stone, a rock. And then, when it falls apart, we can see the remnants, the impression of the fern inside. That is amazing. And those plants lived at the same time as the dinosaurs. Let's dig one more time. I'm digging up the bones of a dinosaur. I'll move the dirt to see some more. I'm digging up the bones of a dinosaur. Oh, I see something sticking out here. I wonder what it is. Let's move the dirt. Oh, I think we need shovels and some heavy pickaxes and things like that. Wow! That is an Allosaurus skull. That is amazing. Look at those teeth. Oh! That is amazing. An Allosaurus is a dinosaur that lived not at the same time as a T-Rex, but they were similar to T-Rexes. They both had short arms, and they ran fast, and they were meat eaters, and they were quite fierce. Yeah, and both T-Rexes and Allosauruses lived here in Colorado. Long, long, long time ago. That is amazing. These paleontologists work hard. They have to fit all those bones together like a puzzle and see what the dinosaur was shaped like a long time ago. And that can take a long time. But we can go to the museum and look at all their hard work. All right. Do you remember we were talking about these eggs here? Should we count these eggs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eggs. I wonder what kind of dinosaur was in those eggs. I have some dinosaur eggs here, and we will take a look at them. Let's take our paleontologist down and our other paleontologist, and we will remove the Dinosaur Dig. Oh, there we go. And we'll put up some eggs. Here's one egg. It is brown. Here's another egg. It is lumpy and has spots. And here's another egg. It is green. And another egg. It is very long and oval and has swirled colors in it. And our last egg is teal, which is not quite green, not quite blue. Yeah, should we count these eggs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 eggs. I wonder what's inside. Do you think it's all the same animal? Let's see. Who's inside the dino egg? The dino egg, the dino egg. Who's inside the dino egg? Let's take a look inside. Should we check the brown egg, the teal egg, the oval swirly egg, the green egg, or the lumpy spotty egg? Yeah, let's check the lumpy spotty egg. Oh, wow. That is a Stegosaurus. It's got a lot of spines on its back. There were Stegosauruses in Colorado too. Who's inside the dino egg? The dino egg, the dino egg. Who's inside the dino egg? Let's take a look inside. What do you think? I'm kind of curious about this big oval egg. Who's in there? Oh, a long-necked dinosaur, a Brachiosaurus. Who's inside the dino egg? The dino egg, the dino egg. Who's inside the dino egg? Let's take a look inside. What do you think? Green, teal, or brown? Teal? Okay. Ooh. It's a Triceratops. These were in Colorado too. A Triceratops. That's pretty cool. Why do they call it a Triceratops? Do you know? Well, tri means 3. Can you show me 3? There's 3. You could do it with 1 and 2. That's also 3. Yeah. Tri means 3. And a Triceratops, here's the skull of a Triceratops. The skull is the bone inside your head. Knock on your skull. Yep, it's pretty hard. The skull of a Triceratops had 3 horns. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. So when they found this skull, they called it a Triceratops. That's pretty cool. Who's inside the dino egg? The dino egg, the dino egg. Who's inside the dino egg? Let's take a look inside. What do you think? Brown or green? Green? Okay. Oh, it is a pterodactyl, a flying creature. I believe a pterodactyl is not actually a dinosaur. It's a different kind of creature that lived at the same time as dinosaurs. But it isn't a dinosaur. All right, let's look in the last one. Who's inside the dino egg? The dino egg, the dino egg. Who's inside the dino egg? Let's take a look inside. Oh, I think it might be your favorite. It's a T-Rex. It's a T-Rex! Excellent. What do you think these dinosaurs did after they hatched? Do you think they ate? Yeah. Do you think they played? Maybe. Maybe baby dinosaurs played. I've got a silly song here. And we're going to sing it about these baby dinosaurs. Let's start with the Stegosaurus, and we will put him on a giant fern. This is a silly song. It goes like this. One dinosaur went out to play on a giant fern one day. It had such enormous fun that it called for another dinosaur to come. Ready? Oh, dinosaur! And then it stomped, 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 stomped. Who do you think's coming? Yeah, it's the Triceratops. There they are. Two dinosaurs went out to play on a giant fern one day. They had such enormous fun that they called for another dinosaur to come. Oh, dinosaur! All of a sudden, they hear flap, flap, flap. Of course, it's the pterodactyl. Three dinosaurs went out to play on a giant fern one day. They had such enormous fun that they called for another dinosaur to come. Oh, dinosaur! And they heard stomp, stomp, stomp. Who do you think it is? Yeah, it's the long neck. There he is. Now we've got 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 dinosaurs went out to play on a giant fern one day. They had such enormous fun that they called for another dinosaur to come. Oh, dinosaur! And pretty soon they heard stomp, 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 stomp. Oh, this guy's coming in fast. Stomp, 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 stomp. Of course, it's the T-Rex. Ah! And he scared all the other dinosaurs. And they ran away. Ah! Wait a minute. I just want to play. So they all come back. Maybe they just stay on the other side of the fern. Just in case. Just in case T-Rex gets a little peckish. 5 dinosaurs went out to play on a giant fern one day. They had such enormous fun that they called for another dinosaur to come. Oh, dinosaur! Oh, well, the only dinosaur I have here is still in an egg. Watch me pull the dinosaur out of its egg. Ready? Nothing up the sleeve. Here we go. Oh, baby. that's the wrong egg. Oops! Well, that's so silly. All right, let's take our giant fern down and we will sing our say our goodbye rhyme. Here we go. Thanks for talking about dinosaurs with me today, and fossils and paleontologists. Whoa, parents, adults, and caregivers, when you give your children all that amazing background information and those scientific words and facts and everything, you are giving them some information to pull from when they start to learn how to read, and that background knowledge is very important and it's interesting. So please share that with your children. We're going to wave up high, wave down low, wave them fast, and wave them slow. Get your T-Rex jaws out. Wave like me. Ah. Wave at the moon. Hey, moon. Wave them silly. Let's flap like a bird. Flap, 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 flap. We'll see you soon. Mwah. Thanks for watching Storytime at Home. If you'd like to watch more Storytime at Home, you can visit our website, which is arapahoelibraries.org, and go to the 0 to 5 children's page and click on videos, and there are a lot of our story times stored there. You can watch our story times on ALD Live on YouTube, and you can also check out our Facebook page. Just look for Arapahoe Libraries. Alright, so thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye!